and welcome to the Visionary VA podcast, the go-to show for ambitious virtual assistants who are ready to stop trading their time for money and start scaling their businesses into thriving agencies. I'm Holly Copsey, founder of the award-winning agency Virtually Priceless and the Visionary VA Circle community. Each week, I'm here to bring you actionable strategies, proven systems, and mindset shifts to help you transition from a solo VA to a visionary agency owner. If you're ready to grow your business to dizzying new heights with less stress and more success, you're in the right place. Hello and welcome back to the Visionary VA podcast. I hope you're having a fabulous week. Today's episode is a bit of a reflective one, and one that I think every business owner at every stage needs to hear. It's all about giving yourself permission to evolve. And if you're anything like me, the version of you that started this business isn't the same one leading it today. And you shouldn't be. Our lives change. We go through different seasons with family responsibilities, caring duties, health issues, financial challenges. The list is endless. And as business owners, as leaders, as humans, we change. Our goals, our priorities, our energy, they all shift over time. But sometimes we keep holding on to versions of ourselves or old ways of doing business because letting go feels uncomfortable. So today I want to talk about how to recognize when you've outgrown a version of yourself or your business, and how to move into your next chapter with clarity, confidence, and self-compassion. Let's start with why we resist change. It's often fear of disappointing others, fear of failure, or fear of the unknown. Maybe you're afraid that if you change direction, people will think you failed, or that if you stop offering a certain service, clients will leave. Or maybe it's simply that you've poured so much of yourself into something that the idea of changing it feels like starting again. But here's what I've discovered. Every time I've evolved, whether that's refining our services, shifting our client base, or changing how I lead, it's created space for the next stage of growth. And often what feels like an ending is actually the start of something better aligned. It's a bit like ending that crappy relationship with the person you think is the love of your life, and then finding out there's something or someone even better around the corner. But how can you tell? When are you set to make the leap? Let's run through a few signs you might be ready for your next chapter. Maybe you've achieved what you once wanted, but it no longer excites you. Or perhaps you keep getting frustrated by systems, services, or clients that used to feel fine. What if you're craving something different? More impact, more ease, more freedom? Or you've started to find yourself saying things like, something needs to change, but you're not sure what. Those nudges are worth listening to. They're not signs of failure, they're signs of growth. And the key word you need to focus on here is permission. You don't need anyone else to validate your evolution. You don't have to justify your decisions to clients, peers, or even your team. If you know something isn't serving you anymore, you're allowed to change it. You're allowed to shift your services. You're allowed to reposition your brand. You're allowed to restructure your team. You're allowed to say, this version of my business was perfect for who I was then, but it's not who I am now. That's leadership, and that's growth. So how do you start? So step 1, reflect. What's working? What feels heavy? Where are you forcing things? And step 2, reimagine. If you were starting fresh today, what would your ideal business look like? Step 3, realign. Take small, steady steps to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Evolution doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's just quietly shifting the dial 1 degree at a time. So, if you've been feeling that pull lately, that quiet whisper of something needs to change, this is your sign to listen. You've worked hard to get here, but you don't have to stay here out of obligation. You're allowed to grow, to shift, and to evolve. Give yourself that permission slip today, because the next version of you, well, she's already waiting, and she's even more capable, confident, and aligned than you can imagine. See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Visionary VA podcast. I hope you're walking away with fresh ideas and inspiration to scale your VA business. Don't forget to check out our free mini course on building solid business foundations, perfect for setting your VA agency up for success without the overwhelm. You'll find the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a review. See you next week.